Hey guys, you're watching the one and only. My name is AJ. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Build a Warzone. Oh no, my world's disappeared. I've added another section to the sort of right-hand side here for an airport, but a small one. Not really an airport, more of a just a runway with a hangar, and something quite interesting actually that you might not know. I don't think you will know because I haven't spoken about it before, but about half a mile away from me, so very, very close, there is actually a runway, an old runway. I'm guessing it must be. I've heard like different stories from people around my area, exactly what sort of era it was from. But from what I can tell and from what I understand, it's a World War II runway. Which is quite fitting for this, and so this is sort of around World War II sort of style. Is that the right width for a runway? We'll try that at first. And it's no longer like a flat piece of concrete. As much as I hate that, because it would have been a great place to just drive on, and just I could take my car up there and just run up and down the drag strip in my car down the runway. But apparently about halfway through the war, or whatever war it was in, they bombed their own runway. Like me in the UK, we bombed our own runway to stop them from landing on ours. I don't know. I think from what I've heard, it was they bombed it to stop them from landing and refueling on our own runway. If enemy planes have nowhere to land, then they can't refuel, can they? So it's pretty interesting, but it's just abandoned. No one even is there. It's just an abandoned area with a blown up runway. Very, very strange. I never really understood it. That looks about the right width for a runway. I mean, if you imagine these planes down on the ground, it's probably, let's face it, it's probably not long enough. Runways actually need to be crazy long, and Minecraft never really gives you that amount of room to do it. But that, I mean, I could extend it a little. No, I don't want to extend it at all. No, I think that's pretty good. So I think what we're going to do now is grab these lines right here. This is, pink wool. And I've been looking at some pictures because I know runways over time have changed the sort of look of them. Now they have a bunch of numbers on them. From the pictures that I've sort of got up here, I've just got a Google search of World War II runways. There's one picture out of them all that have a number on the runway, and strangely and coincidentally enough, that airport, whatever it is, has like an X runway, so it actually has two. Therefore I can understand why it would have two numbers, but most of them don't. They don't have any arrows on them either, like we do nowadays. In fact, most of them are really basic. About 50% of them just have lines down the side, and the other 50% have some dots down the middle. I'm going to sort of do a switch of them both. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do the lines down the side. So from here to here. And set that to wool pink, which is our little line that we have. And I'm going to do that down the other side as well. But then what I'm going to do at the two ends, I'm going to put sort of larger white wool sections. Boop. Like that. I'm going to grab ourselves some white wool. I always go into the wrong tab. That's because on Xbox, wool is on the second tab, and on PC it's not. Ever so confusing for someone that plays both of them. Where is wool? There it is. White wool here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do like little sections. I think about here. 3 blocks or 4 blocks? Maybe 4 blocks. Oh. Little freeze. I got zombies spawning underneath there. I should really stop that. I should just, instead of just doing the top layer, I should fill the whole thing up with dirt or whatever underneath to stop things from spawning, because it's a little bit annoying having those zombie sounds there. Oh, I know what I can do. I can make it peaceful. Game mode. Yeah. No. Difficulty. Difficulty. Peaceful. That'll shut them up for 10 minutes, won't it? There we go. Surprisingly enough, I haven't really been having many passive mobs spawn around the area either. That's always a trouble when first starting off an area of flat land, is you get a lot of mobs, cows and stuff spawn, but not many, in fact none at all in this area, and I hardly ever see them there. In this area that I just done, we've got some mob spawning, but that's all. It's really quite handy. Okay, I like that, and I'll do that at the other end. How many blocks away is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks away from the end of the runway. That's a nice easy number to remember. But what I was also thinking, potentially, might not 100% like this idea, but grabbing the purple wool to go up, below and above these lines. Just like an extra bit of detail in there. My voice, come back to me. It's only the beginning of the day. You can't fail on me now. There we go. Okay, and down this one. Let's back off and and see what this looks like. I think it's cleared. Whatever it was. I had a frog in my throat. Have that there. Yeah, I like that. That looks pretty cool. I don't want any lines down the middle, though. I just want that at the top and at the bottom. And then maybe a hangar or two, if we can fit it in. So let's, instead of just doing all this again, we shall go up here. I shall stand here. I shall copy. So that's now 4 blocks, right? Yeah, 4 blocks before the white. So I'll go up the other end. Just to save a little bit of time. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one right here. I think I stand on this one. Yeah. Beautiful. Okay, so we've got the runway down there. I might do a plane on the runway. What do you think? Would that be a good idea? Like, if I copied and pasted one of these planes, turned them around to face the other way, and then changed the colour of them to look like a different plane? That could be pretty cool. That could be pretty cool. Okay. This isn't going to be easy to do, though. Let's grab this white wool here. I've got to literally take a plane out of the sky. I don't know what's going on with my voice. You're going to have to put up with it. I'm sorry. That one to this one up here. Get to the end of the wing so we don't chop anything off. There to there. Take the wool away before we copy it. Otherwise we copy the wool as well. And I'm going to stand on the nose. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to rotate it by 180 degrees so it faces that way. And then I'm going to come down to the floor. Now we're probably going to get this wrong first time. I think maybe the front of the plane would be about this high. Let's have it down the runway a little bit more. And let's paste it around here. Okay, we were a little bit too high. Undo. You hear all the doors move. Paste. We haven't destroyed the runway. But it's it's a little bit high now. Okay. What we'll do, we'll undo again. But this time I'm going to go down and I'm going to paste it without the air. -A. Up 1 block. That's all we need to do. Up 1 block. I'm going to go there. Undo. Paste -A. Now we can... That's it. Look at this. We can now literally just drop the wheels down. From where they were retracted, we can now put them up. And now he's on the floor. Beautiful. Okay, that's actually a pretty decent sized runway for what we want here. Let me change up the colours and I'll be back, okay? Okay, so I've changed it to quartz, so we've still got these slabs and stair variants for it, so I could keep the actual shape of the plane the same. And then I went with a sort of blue design. I don't know, it looks very different to the ones in the sky, so it's obvious that it's the opposing team. Opposing side. I think that looks pretty cool. I actually really like that. I've also had a drink, so hopefully that'll clear up my voice as well. So, let's work on a couple of hangars here. Now, we don't need a taxiway or anything like that, because the runway isn't a full airport. It's just like one of these ones that were made specifically for the war to get planes up in the air. So, let's clear our inventory here. And what do we want to make the hangar out of? They're all very sort of grey, dull colours. So I want to actually add some blocks that aren't quite, well, keep it grey, but at least have some detail in it. So I'm going to use some polished andesite to go beside the doors, or maybe to even make some doors out of, something like that. Maybe some iron bars as well. Okay, let's go with that. So we want to work out a size first. We're going to build it out of andesite. I don't want it being in line with the end of the runway, and I want it pretty close to this back wall here, so I'm going to do it right to there. And we're going to count out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 blocks. That sounds pretty good. 25? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 25 blocks. There you go. 25 blocks by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40 sounds about right. They've got to be quite wide. They might be a little bit too wide. Let's cut it down to 35. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. And then drop it down this way. And then along the back. Oops. There is a wall command with World Edit that will just allow you to build the wall up as high as you want. I think it's just /wall. I might be wrong though. I can't remember. I'm not going to use it anyway. So let's have this going up here. And then what we're going to do is go to where the door's going to be. Now, it's going to be very large door entrance. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go there, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks from the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks from the end. Remove those. And then maybe put that there and that there. And then the doors we'll put on afterwards, I think. And we'll poke some windows in it, at least some holes in it as well. So if I go from, one here to there, I can copy and then just pillar up and paste every level. Get out of the way, cow, otherwise you're going to get suffocated. I did wow, he died quick. That was real suffocation, that was. Okay, how high? That's nearly about the right height. Isn't it? You wouldn't want it much taller than that. At least on the ends. And then it can peak up, can't it? So let's have this come over the top here. Really just makes that front stand out. That's the only job that this polished andesite is there for. Just make that stand out a little bit more. That looks pretty nice though. I like that. And then we're going to grab these slabs. And how many blocks in do we want to go before we go up another level? 3. So we've done 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We're not quite at the middle yet. 1, 2, 3. Now we start on the other side. 1, 2, 3. I got some weird lag happening today. I don't really know what's going on. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. I got a feeling I didn't do something right on the other side. You know when you just get that feeling? 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. No, that's right, isn't it? No, there is. It's wrong there. Look, I didn't count 3 properly. Okay, have I done the other side wrong at all? I thought there was going to be something wrong. I can never do it dead right first time. It's just something that's impossible for me. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. And that means that this side is out somewhere. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Oh, no, that would be right. Like that. Yeah? Okay, let me put that all the way across and I'll be back. Okay, so just covering up now the andesite. It looks pretty good as well. Plus, we've got to remember we're going to be blowing this up as well. Blowing parts of it apart. But I think it looks pretty decent. Pretty, pretty, Hangar-like. That's the word. Pretty Hangar-like. Okay, now we want to do the doors that go on the side here. I think I'm going to use iron for this, just for like a third block to make it stand out a little bit. And I think I want to do it just so it comes out like one block or one block in into the opening of the door here. And how many blocks wide? That whole the whole wall was 35 blocks wide. Take away 5 on each end is 25. Take away like 1 here and 1 on the other side is 23. Even that out to 22. That means each door should be like 11 blocks wide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That looks perfect as well. So we're going to have a little door in here. Oops. Come here. And do exactly the same thing on the other side. And then I've got these iron bars. Now, I don't know where I want these iron bars, but I think they're just a really nice detail block just to add something extra. Looks pretty cool. Yeah, I think I know what I'm going to use. I'm going to use the iron bars on these doors. Get this up here to that level. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then fill these in here. I always find 2 is usually the quickest method of filling in an area, doing 2 blocks high at a time, because you can just quickly move your mouse up and down. At least for me, that's the sort of quickest number. 3 takes longer, but 2, when you get the pattern right, you can get it done pretty quick. So I want to have iron bars. No, we want them on the inside, don't we? So if they were together, you'd have the 2 handles next to each other. So we'll put that up there. And this up here. We also want some black wool to go on the back of these doors, because these I would expect be on wheels to push the or to make the door move easier. So we'll have that one there and there, same as the other side. It looks pretty cool. And then we shall go from here to there. Set. I haven't done this right, have I? I got a feeling. No, I did. Okay, yeah. Set stone. And we'll have some stone. Oops, around here as well. And around here. And then do stone on the inside. Get out of the way, sheep. How are the animals dying so quickly? That was 2 punches. Since when has a sheep ever died with 2 punches? I haven't got a clue. Oops, it says stone. Okay, don't want any light on the inside. You wouldn't want any light on the inside. We're going to blow some holes in it anyway. That looks pretty cool, though. I actually really, really like that. It makes me so... I love blowing it up, but then I'm like, do I really need to blow it up? Of course you do, AJ. Of course you need to blow it up. What we do need to do, though, is get these, because I think I do want to have a little line that goes in there. Now, we don't have an exact middle point, but that's not going to really be terribly noticeable. We should just be able to sort of... It's going to be 1 block out. Well, I could, like, double it. I could have a double line. Just want that going, yeah, just into it. Yeah, let's try a double line. Yeah, that looks pretty cool, actually. Oops, I fell in the hole. And down here. Yeah, that looks pretty cool, actually. I think I like that as a little design. Okay, let's grab some TNT to finish off the episode here. And a block of redstone to ignite them. We're going to want a couple on the roof here. 1, 2, not too many, because I do want to keep the sort of structure and look of it. But that should be pretty good. That one, that one, that one, that one, and that one. Wow, look at all the damage that one over here done. Wow. The stone is tough. Stone is a tough block. Those 3 done good. Beautiful. Now No point blowing up the inside. That wouldn't make sense. We can put some rubble on the inside to build that up, I think. But down the runway, we definitely want some. So let's just do like a little collection here. And then a little collection just in front of the plane, but not quite at the end. So like one here, like a collection like that. Yeah, just some explosions there look good. I'll fill in the bottom of them. Would you want it? You'd probably want it stone underneath, wouldn't you? Like a little stone crater instead of dirt. And it doesn't need to be that deep, because a plane, if it's not on completely flat ground, a plane's going to have difficulty taking off. So we could just do like a 1 block void under here, like 1 block drop. And that should be substantial enough to not allow a plane to take off, right? Doop. Doop. That wasn't really the greatest world, did it, was it? Okay. There to there. Beautiful. That one to that one. That one to that one. Yeah, that looks pretty effective, actually. That's a really effective look to that. I like it. All right, that's going to do it for this episode, guys. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you haven't already, then feel free to subscribe. We shall see you in the next episode.